on Combat Evolved as a third-person shooter game intended for Windows and Macintosh.
The drop zone is clear.
However, they were facing financial difficulties, which made them contact several companies that would be interested in acquiring them, including Microsoft. The Xbox 360 came with a redesigned controller. It added fundamental changes, such as turning the Xbox black and white buttons into additional shoulder buttons. And it added a new audio plug-in for headsets. The 360 controller came in both wired and wireless variants. The real game changer was the guide button placed in the center of the device. It had 4 LED lights around the 360 logo that would show the number of controllers connected to the Xbox. But it would also flash when the batteries would begin to run low. The guide button. Gamers, the damage had already been done. It's fair to say the Xbox One had a shaky start, though it did recover somewhat and has sold over 47 million units to date. Ultimately, though, it lost ground to Sony, who sold 109 million PS4s, and Nintendo, who sold 52 million of their Switches. Microsoft Xbox Series X. In the lead up to its launch, it was clear that Xbox appeared to be focusing on a high-end product.
Where you are now.
Upon its release, Microsoft announced the retail price of the Xbox X to be $499 in the US, and demand for the console was incredibly high. The Series X unit is about 60% bigger in volume than the Series S, which was released at the same time. Its small size being due to Microsoft designing the Series S to be easily portable for travel usage. The Xbox Series X launched in a matte black case, along with a controller in a matching color, distinguishing it from the matte white that the Xbox Series S uses. The new controller is aimed to be more ergonomic, to fit a larger range of hand sizes. The D-pad was also improved by merging the standard Xbox One controller D-pad with the Elite to accommodate a range of playstyles. There is also a share button in the center of the controller's face, which lets you create screenshots and video clips more easily. It also adds USB-C for faster charging, but other than that, it is similar to the Xbox One controller. As such, there's no learning curve and no period of readjustment. The Xbox Series X was claimed to be twice as powerful as the Xbox One X, and has the ability to play games in 4K resolution, has a 1TB SSD, and can render 120 frames per second. With this amazing resolution, gamers with 4K televisions who want to play games at the highest quality will benefit from the extra power of the Xbox Series X. It is also backwards compatible, allowing you to play games from all Xbox consoles. With support for higher display resolutions, up to 8K high dynamic range, and Xbox Velocity architecture, the Xbox Series X was touted as the fastest, most powerful Xbox ever. According to Xbox, with its AMD Zen 2 and RDNA 2 architectures, DirectX ray tracing delivers true-to-life lighting, shadows, and accurate reflections to create dynamic, living worlds. This no doubt created a better and more immersive experience for gamers and Xbox lovers everywhere. New games for the Xbox Series X were Forza Horizon 5, Elden Ring, Hellblade 2,
but I will show you what lies behind my eyes.
Cyberpunk 2077,
So seize the day, then set it on fire.
and of course, Halo Infinite.
You have one bullet against an entire army.
It's enough.
Additionally, Microsoft's Flight Simulator also became available for the Xbox Series X, showcasing the Series X's unparalleled load times, enhanced visuals, and stabler frame rates. Receiving universal acclaim from critics and having over 1 million users within weeks of its launch. And finally, with its release in November 2020, the Xbox Series S was also part of the fourth generation of the Xbox console family, along with the Xbox Series X. Both following the Xbox One, the consoles were launched initially in the US before moving to global markets. The Xbox Series X and Xbox Series S, alongside Sony's PlayStation 5, which was also released in late 2020, are part of the 9th generation of video game consoles, all coming with substantial performance upgrades. While the Xbox Series X is arguably the better console due to its more powerful specifications, the Xbox Series S is an excellent compact console. It's also markedly cheaper. Upon the release of the Xbox Series S, it was priced at a lesser $299 in the US, making it far more affordable than the Xbox Series X for those with a smaller console budget. The Xbox Series S was also easier for many to purchase due to restocking issues messing with the availability of the Xbox Series X long after its initial release. In terms of hardware, the Xbox Series S is comparable to the Xbox Series X, but has less processing power. While the Series S runs with the same CPU, it uses a slower GPU, uses 10 GB of RAM compared to the Series X's 16 GB, and has a 512 GB SSD. The console has the ability to play games in 1440p resolution, with support for 4K upscale, and can render 60 frames per second, although it can go as high as 120 frames per second. Aside from these differences, the console has the same functions as the Xbox Series X, including ports and game support. It is also capable of playing many of the same games available to the Xbox Series X, with numerous features being identical, only at a lesser resolution and frame rate, and, debatedly, a lesser gaming experience. While impressive for its specifications and price, there are certain games that are arguably better played on the Xbox Series X, which supports 120 frames per second and ray tracing, such as Battlefield 5 and Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. The Xbox Series S is comparable with users' Xbox One gaming accessories and brings faster response time. It is also backwards compatible with thousands of original Xbox, Xbox One, and Xbox 360 games. As of summer 2022, a number of upcoming games have been announced to be compatible with both the Xbox Series X and Series S. These include Saints Row, The Lord of the Rings Gollum, Fable,
And wondrous places.
The Elder Scrolls 6, Sonic Frontiers, Diablo 4,
Line of sin for deeper knowledge.
Minecraft Legends, alongside Starfield, which will be made exclusive to the Xbox X and S series in 2023. The Xbox Series X and Xbox Series S have both strengthened their positions over the last year, and in July 2022, total sales were estimated to have reached over 15 million units across the globe. Xbox certainly intends to stay competitive, but that evoked more nostalgia than any other. That, of course, is Nintendo. It continues to publish and develop some of the most popular video game franchises in the world and competes among the big three to this day. This is the evolution of Nintendo. Nintendo's origins can Mini, most of which were only available in Japan. Although it's unknown how many units were sold, the Pokemon Mini certainly wasn't a success. It was discontinued a year after its release.